We've worked hard on the interior of our base, so now it's time to turn our attention to the exterior. Hey y'all, I'm the Southern Ma'am, but all my friends call me Tasoma. Last time in the land of Terremydia, we finally completed our goal board for the interior design of our base. However, it's time to head back outside and finish the exterior. And yes, that does include the back. We have a lot of terraforming to do, but first I want to work on a special dome for the very top of the hill. We've done a lot of dirt digging and tree chopping around our base, so it's in desperate need of some terraforming. I want to continue building little farms around the base, just enough to give us a small but steady trickle of resources. We've already built crop farms outside, but now I'd like to have a few auto farms for plants like sugarcane, bamboo, and cactus. I think the best place for them would be inside a unique greenhouse right on top of our hill. I was filling in some of the dirt here when I saw something in the distance. So I ran back to get my shield and my bow. There it is. Look, it's a skeleton horse, a trap horse. Oh, I'm nervous. Let's see if we can defeat it. Here it goes. There it is. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Woo! Oh my goodness, that's tough. And it was prioritizing bow over shield, so they got me quickly. All right, we're going to try again once we get full back on health. I'd love to get one of these horses. Okay, one. You are not helping me. Well, maybe you are helping me. Oh, we're getting close here. Oh, no, my shield! Okay, we're gonna run. Now it's night, so... Oh, let's see if we can do this quick. There we go! We got it! We've got a skeleton horse! Look, we managed to save all 4 skeleton horses. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them at this moment, but I've attached them here to this fence post so they can hang out under the shade until we have a more suitable arrangement for them. Pretty cool. I decided to make an oval shape for the outline, but curves are hard in Minecraft, so I did mock this up first in a creative world. Even with a screenshot and a plan, I still had to redo some sections a couple times. Counting is hard in Minecraft too, especially with all these onlookers. After finishing the outline, I only had to dig 2 layers down in the center to expose our cherry tree in the base. I built the walls higher with packed mud and then covered the entire dome in a layer of glass. I've almost run completely out of iron, so I was doing a little off-camera mining for resources and spamming torches just to light this cave up when I saw this wall. You know what this means? This has to be a trial chamber. I cannot wait to get in here and see what's in store for us. There's lots of good loot in a trial chamber, And this is going to be a lot of fun. Probably pretty dangerous, but we're going to check it out anyway. Definitely lots of copper in our future. There we go. Look, we've made the advancement. We have discovered a trial chamber. Oh, we've activated one. All right. We've activated our first trial spawner. Look, we defeated our first one and got a key on the very first try. Let's go. I'm going to lock this one in, though, so that it won't spawn again unless we choose to. All right, we've got our first key. We have to try to check out what we're going to get. Let's see if it's good. Golden apple, some iron, and a shield. Okay, pretty good for our first one. We got a honey bottle and a golden apple and a shield and some iron. So we'll have to keep exploring this. I think I'm going to go back and get a few more resources, though, because it's looking pretty thin here. And then we might come back and tackle more of these trial chamber spawners. Okay, I know exploring the trial chamber would just be another way to procrastinate on our project. So instead, we're going to save it for a little reward if we make more progress on our hillside dome. We need to fill in the space between the inner and outer outlines. And this I haven't mocked up fully in creative, so it's going to take a little fiddling. I've pillared up here to see the progress on the dome so far, and I think I'm pretty happy with the design. I've finished about 1/8 or one wedge of this pattern, and I think it's looking pretty good. It's definitely an interesting concept to try to fill in with different blocks here and still keep a shape of a hillside, but I like the way it has turned out. I had to be extra cautious because I don't have silk touch to reclaim the glass if I misplaced it. So I started with just simple dirt until I was pretty sure that the pattern would look okay. I'm going to continue repeating this pattern around the circumference of the hill. However, we are about out of supplies. As you can see, I'm back to copper tools. I'm wearing some gold armor that I've just picked up from random chests around the world. And it's time to go back and do some mining and maybe tackle that trial chamber and see what kind of loot we can get. Ooh, already found a breeze. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna die already. Mistakes have been made. Not a child. No, don't give me child. Oh no! I really am gonna die. Ah! Oh my goodness, it just started. Just started, I already died. Ah, the baby had my shield. Ah, I'm gonna be in a death loop here. Phew, we have definitely been in a death loop. But I'm too stubborn to go find new gear when the zombies have picked up all of mine. So I just keep running back in and punching until finally I think we've cleared most of them out and we can get back to exploring. I think I finally defeated all of the spawners in this trial chamber, so it's about time to pack up and head to the surface. However, I do want to share with you what we did find. In this trial chamber, I found 2 silverfish, 3 breeze, 4 zombie, and 6 stray spawners. I was a little disappointed we didn't find a slime spawner. I think that's one of the most useful ones, along with the breeze, but maybe we'll find one in another trial chamber in the future. I did put up some signs to lead us back to the different spawners so that in the future we can try again. I'd like to come back eventually with some ominous bottles and much better gear and try for some ominous keys to open those vaults. Let's check out the loot we already obtained. We have 6 trial keys. We spent 1 already, so we had 7 in total, but now we're going to go spend the rest of those together. We found breeze rods and wind charges, the bolt armor trim, and several sherds with those decorated pots. So these are definitely my favorite items. However, we also found some ores. We got lots of emeralds and a few diamonds from breaking those pots, and of course the bricks so we can remake those. I was digging through and found some caves when I heard mob sounds while I was in the trial chambers. So we got some iron and copper, and of course, other sundry bits, a little bit of copper here and there. Of course, we could empty out the trial chamber of copper, but we're not going to do that unless we're needing it for a specific purpose. So all in all, quite a good haul. We also need to spend these keys at the vaults and see what other goodies we can obtain. So let's see how our luck is. Arrows, emeralds, oh, and an enchanted book. Let's see which one we got. Sharpness 3. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, we're going to mark these because remember, you can only ever open these once. It will not open again with another key. So we're going to mark them that we completed them. All right, let's try another one. Arrows, iron. Oh, another enchanted book. Okay, let's see. This time, Silk Touch. That is exactly what I was wanting. I definitely need some Silk Touch books. That is definitely a treasure. All right, another try. Golden apple. Wind charges. Oh, got a lot of emeralds and wind charges there. Okay. Nice. All right, next key. Oh. Oh, look at that. We got it. We got one of the ominous bottles. Oh my goodness. I am definitely not ready to try that yet. I want to get some better gear first, but we can try it in the future now. Next. Okay, which armor trim is this? Bolt again. All right, now we have 2 bolt armor trims. And a power 2 bow, not bad. Okay, this is our last key. All right, another ominous bottle. So we have 2 ominous bottles now that we can come back, one with Bad Omen 1 and one with Bad Omen 2, that we can come back and try again when we're ready for another adventure down here in the trial chamber. For now, let's gather up all our belongings and head back to the surface. While our copper golems are hard at work putting away all our loot, we're going to be hard at work too, restocking all our resources and then finishing off our hillside build. IRL, a new school year has just begun in my area. As both a teacher and a parent, I see young people striving towards success, but it's never without struggle. Just like we put so much effort into building something as simple as a Minecraft base, we need to put even more effort into encouraging those around us. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 tells us to exhort one another and build each other up. If Jesus is our foundation and we lean on each other for support, then we can all be strengthened. I've pillared up here so we can have a bird's eye view of our base from above. As you can see, our hill is the tallest point around, so we have a view of the whole countryside. You may have already guessed it, but hopefully this view gives you a little more insight into the name of our land, Terremydia. Terremydia is based on 2 words, Emididae and terrapene, which are the family and genus taxonomies for a box turtle. So our land is based on the name for turtles because that's my very favorite animal. And so I wanted to represent that here in our base. So we've got the fountain here as the head of the turtle leading into that neck sticking out and the turtle shell on top. So just a playful little way to design our base to give homage to the name of our land, Terremydia. Now, if only Mojang would expand the types of turtles so we could have sea turtles and land turtles or terrapins, I'd be all set. Please and thank you. I do plan on reforesting this cherry grove and covering the hillside with cherry trees once again in the future. We've made a lot of progress on our base, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Now that we've built the exterior of our greenhouse, we need to put some auto farms inside, like sugarcane and bamboo and cactus. Our animals have just been wandering the hillside freely, so we need to build some barns and pens for all of our creatures. So, still a lot of work upcoming. Well, what did you think? I hope this video inspired you to be creative and incorporate your own favorite things in your Minecraft builds. Good Lord willing and the sun still shines, I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you kindly for watching and bless your heart.